What's going on, everybody? In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys the entire process it took for me to wrap my car. As you can see, it's done now. It looks killer, a million times better than before. Definitely far from perfect, and I'll touch on that during the video. Since this is a very difficult car to find footage on for actually wrapping it, and I'm a first-time wrapper myself, I wanted to go through and show you guys the entire process that I went through, any struggles, issues I ran into while doing this car specifically. And this can also apply to any other cars for wrapping as well, with challenging curves or anything like that. And obviously the end result, which is this beautiful car. So without any more waiting, let's get into the video. So this is my 93 Corvette. The paint on it was okay. Some of the paint was faded that I actually buffed out and restored it pretty well, but it still wasn't doing it for me. So you guys can see, obviously it wasn't perfect. So I didn't want to deal with painting. I hate painting. So I said, screw it, I'll try vinyl wrapping, why not? So after I got all the body work done, I did another DIY video on that. Now we're about to do the finishing steps. So the finishing steps right now are, I have sealer over the spots where I did body filler and anything like that. And then the only thing I have left to do on those is I'm gonna hit it with some 600 and then probably 1,000 grit sandpaper with a quick little wet sand, just so the wrap has a good surface to adhere to. Clear coat will stick the best out of anything. Clean, but if not, I have areas with sealer, or you might have areas with roughed up clear coat. Don't really want to do it on top of primer. You want to do a layer of clear coat or sealer and then sand it. But the car is covered in filth right now, so I'm gonna pull it out, get it rinsed off, and then that way I can see areas where I need to hit with sanding. We just finished washing up this car. We're about to clay bar it right now. Right now, I'm just kind of going around and getting all the little sling from Bondo or fiberglass filler that accidentally got slung around. I'm just scraping those off with a scraper real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna get it clay barred real quick. All right, so we got the first piece, the first half of the hood on there. It took us way too long, and there's quite a few little screw ups in here, but I think we were doing it wrong. So we're gonna try a different method on this side, try and get it glassed over right here, work all the air out from underneath it towards the front. So we're going to give it a shot real quick. So we got this other side on here. I'm really not too happy with it. We're gonna try and clean it up as much as we can and get all the little bubbles out and stuff. I'm gonna finish trimming it up and we're gonna see how it looks. From far away, it's gonna look great, but up close, there's gonna be, man, there's quite a few little wrinkles, but as I said, we're gonna try and get it cleaned up. One thing we definitely were struggling to utilize that we should have is just using the stretch to your advantage. It's way better to, pull up at an angle, heat everything, and then just pull it straight as possible with no wrinkles. But I mean, it's pretty tough. This is probably the hardest freaking hood that we could have wrapped. This is literally the first thing that we've ever wrapped. All right, so we got one headlight in, hood completely done. Now I need to get the other headlight finished, and then we're gonna do the mirrors, probably call it a night. I think it's turning out pretty good so far. It looks great from really far away. Up close you can kind of see, but you know, this is a really hard panel, I think, for especially somebody's first time. This is the first body panel we've ever done. All right, got both the headlights in, starting to look sweet right now. Probably gonna call it a night. Start off in the morning by doing the rear bumper while I still have help here. I think these are gonna be pretty easy, honestly. Here's how it's currently going. Got the hood, headlights, and this part right here, this quarter panel. I didn't film it because I was kind of in a rush this morning to figure out how to do it when I still had help. Now that I'm working on it by myself, I should be able to really slow it down and show you guys how I'm attacking this. The biggest friend we found out is heat. Getting a certain section hot and warm and pliable, and then, you know, really pulling it over. This panel came out pretty much flawless right here. I feel like there's definitely an easier way we could have done this hood. Maybe get a strip in the middle and then seam on the two sides. If I do have enough wrap to reattempt it, I'll try. It definitely looks pretty good from far away, so I'm not crazy worried about it. Here's where I'd patched the crack. You can see a little bit of like indentations and stuff, but I mean, this is my first time doing any body work, so I'm pretty happy with myself. Now my plan is going to be to get this quarter panel done right here. Then I can put the bumper back on and do it. This area with some more sandpaper right here, and then give it a good wipe down with 90% isopropyl alcohol. You want this super clean, no dirt, no specks, no dust, nothing on here. That way it will stick very well and you won't have any little specks on the wrap. All right, so I got this quarter panel all prepped and ready. So basically my plan is the same as before. I'm gonna roll the plastic up, get enough out to come all the way over here. And then I'm just gonna cut a slit down the middle right here. That way I can feed it over here, have the edge way over here. Do the same thing, try and get it at the high spot in the corner right here first, and then come down on either side. All right, so I got it taped up here. Now it's time to make a slit about right here. That way I can feed it up and then onto this panel over here. I got everything where I want it. I hope you guys could see kind of what I was doing. Just heating an area, general area, getting all the wrinkles out and shrinking the material and then stretching it out over. That was what we were trying to do on the hood, but since it was such a large area, it was hard to keep it all evenly heated. I'm gonna get this all trimmed up, get this tucked in under here, and then, yeah, get this trimmed up and it'll be looking great. All right, that was looking way too much work. Nevertheless, we got it off. Probably just gonna go ahead and bite the bullet and get the other one off so I can do both of them at once, and then do both doors. It's such an odd shape, and it's like, if I get these two sides right here, then it becomes almost impossible for me to do this right here. But now that it's out of the car, I can probably get a better understanding of what I'm trying to do with it. All right, so I absolutely butchered this. My attempted crease right here didn't go too well. I have an idea of what I'm gonna do for the other one. All right, so I think it's about time. I'm going to attempt this door right here. I think it's gonna be pretty easy. All I'm gonna do is just lay this down flat on the ground and then pull it up, and then I'll roll the window up so I can tape it. That's it. I'll just cut it off on the bottom, and then I feel like this is gonna be probably one of, if not the easiest part to wrap on the car, because just it's flat. All right, so we got this part of the door wrapped, at least the top half. Turned out decent. I am not too happy with the knifeless tape right here. I mean, it turned out good enough, I guess. All right, so it's not going bad right now. As you guys can see, I got this door completely done. Now all I need to do is finish bolting up the mirror. I want to throw the door panel back on, just get it knocked out of the way real quick. That way I don't have to go back and do it later. And then I'm going to attack the other door and the other mirror. All right, so got this door on, went on super easy, didn't even have to use heat. I think that's what I'm gonna try and do for the bottom as well. I just got this on and I realized I forgot to put knifeless tape for the door handle. So I'm going to have to try and do it freehand. So we're gonna see how that goes. I actually think it came out slightly better than the other side where I did use the tape. So yeah, that's not too bad, but I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of this door cleaned up right here and then get started on the bottom half. All right, it is starting to come together now. So got this door done, starting to come together. I got this whole side done right now. Now what I'm gonna work on is the bumpers. I'm gonna try and do the top section of the bumper first, and then the bottom that goes all the way around. Probably something similar for up here, but I don't know. I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Got the back bumper on here and cleaned. Probably still need to clean in here some more, but that's what I was going to talk about, is that in here I will probably have to do inlays. So I'll probably have to get a piece of plastic, get it in here, try and trim it on the outside, because there's absolutely no way that plastic would stretch enough to go all the way back in here. So that's what I'm going to try and do real quick. Got my plastic laid out here. I think it's gonna be pretty tricky to get it perfect over these corners, if I'm being honest. Just because of the way that I'm going to have to change the angle of the plastic. So I'm probably gonna worry about getting this done first right here. me and my stepdad just knocked out the bottom half of the rear bumper. So sorry I didn't get it on video, but I was really anxious to get his help, because the biggest thing that I found out while doing this job is that you need two people. There's no way you can do it with one person. So I ended up having to do like little seams in the top corners of the rear bumper. The way that you have to stretch it requires two people, because you can't heat it and then stretch it, because sometimes you need to be pulling on it in 3 different directions to get it around the corner, diagonal and then up and sideways. All right, so we're back out here again today. Man, it is starting to come together. On camera, it does look way better. Like, I still got, these are the spots where I had the seam right here, especially, it looks bad. And then right here as well, you can kind of see. I really wish I had waited for another set of hands. How I ended up having to do these is I worked all these flat parts from the middle out, coming to the corner. And then once we got to about right here where the corner starts, it was like I had to be pulling down here and then have somebody else pulling this way towards the front of the car. And I just heat up the entire area right here in one big effort, you know, at the same time. The person pulls up front right here and then I'll pull down right here. That way it creates like a flat glass, like all right here, and you can just stretch it, and you got to pull freaking hard. Yeah, the only thing we have left to do today is this front bumper up here. Probably wrap up the side covers right there, and then get these little sections wrapped right here on the side. Yeah, but these shouldn't take too long at all. Literally probably 5 minutes a piece. All right, so we got this wrapped right here. It did get a little discolored in the corners. So that is one complete side of the car done. I went ahead and, you know, before I put anything on video, I wanted to go ahead and attempt this. That way, you know, I could try and find the best way possible. Really, I think this corner is another one of those things where I kind of had to seam it, just because by the time you get everything worked out, like there's so much leftover material right here. This one, it's not perfect. I had to freehand this, so you know, it's not perfect right here. Yeah, this does not look pretty at all. Just being real with you guys. That is because I literally fought with it for so long and got the material wrinkled. Can you do this wrap at home? Yes, obviously I did it by myself at home. I had some help. If you are going to attempt this, I would absolutely say have a second person, at least some parts. Most of the flat parts I was able to do by myself. The rear quarter panels, the doors, I was all able to do by myself. As far as materials used, you know, my surfaces were very well prepped. I sanded all the spots with sealer down with 600 grit at least. And it is important to achieve a mirror-like finish on the clear coat. So that means super good wash, clay bar, then a final wipe down with alcohol. Really all I used is a cheap little wrap toolkit off Amazon. It was like $20. It came with a couple squeegees and a bunch of razor blades, and that's pretty much it. I had some roping gloves that I just used. You're working around the heat gun, you're touching the hot material. You don't want to burn yourself, and they're much more slick on the surface, so you can, you know, get it to stick down better. The actual wrap itself, I used a pretty cheap brand. I'm not gonna name any names, you know. It wasn't bad. I paid around 500 bucks for it. definitely in the future, if I try this again, I want to try 3M for a really high quality. Overall, the experience wasn't too terrible. It was pretty difficult. It was a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. People make it look way easy on the internet. It's not, and the car looks a million times better than it did. Overall, I'm really happy with how this turned out. I really hope that if you were attempting this yourself for the first time, that this video helped you out quite a bit. I know I didn't show absolutely everything, and I apologize for that. I showed and made note of what I thought was important for a first timer to know. Things that I've figured out along the way. I think that's going to conclude this very long video. So again, as always, let me know if I can do anything better. Please let me know in the comments. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all next time.